Going with 2019 A levels, question number 43. Give me answers quickly, then you can then take a bigger break and see me another day. How many SDGs are there? We just discussed this. How many SDGs are there? There are 17 sustainable development goals. 44. According to the household this thing 2016, we don't care. Urban and rural population poverty. Can you all give me, guys, for the latest 2019? Now we did this. Urban key the 6 point or 4.6%. Urban is 6%. Rural was 15. Rural is 15. These are 2019. So, question 45. One of the main components of the Human Development Index, percentage of population employed, underemployed, average daily intake of protein, life expectancy at birth, number of doctors per 1,000, adult literacy rate. Which one? This one. Guys, remember, literacy rate is not a part of human development. They always put that. Be very careful. 46. Economic development refers to economic growth. Economic growth with changes in output distribution and economic structure. Improvement in well-being of the urban population. Sustainable increase in GNI. Removal of income disparity. What is economic development? Along with economic growth, what should happen? Along with economic growth, there needs to be structural changes. No? Okay, that is answer number 2, not number 3, guys. Improving the well-being of the urban population, that is unfair, right? Only the urban population, that people in Colombo and stuff are getting benefited. That's not what economic development is. 47. Which of the following economic issues can be alleviated with the use of the Lorentz curve? Why are they asking these, y'all? No, same thing. What are they saying? Which can you talk about with the Lorentz curve? Guys, quickly give me answers so we can go faster now. I only have around 10-15 people giving me answers. Others? It's one. So with the Lorentz curve, you can look at the degree of income inequality. Good. 48. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In which year is the rate of unemployment 20% and the labor force participation rate 60%? Alright, you don't have to calculate now for everything. Okay. Unemployment rate, how do you get number of people unemployed divided by the labor force? So we'll take year 1 key, the number of people unemployed 3, labor force is 3 plus 12, 15. So 15 into 100, that is 20%. First condition is met. Okay. Labor force participation rate, let's see if that is the answer. Labor force participation is how much? Labor force is 15. Working age population is 25. 15 over 25 into 100, that gives you 60%. That looks like the answer, right? Can I skip that without looking at the other answers? Can you all calculate and see? There can't be another answer. If I have done the calculation right, that has to be the answer. Okay, so you can calculate for year 2, 3, 4, and 5 and see whether it gives you 20 and 60. Probably it won't. Okay, right. 49. What can the development policy implemented by Sri Lanka during the period 1960 to 1970? See, 2019 paper. They are asking something that happened in 1960 when I was not born. Sometimes maybe your parents also would have not been born. Okay. So remember, unit number 11 and 12. What is unit number 12? Sri Lankan economy after independence. They can ask anything. Okay. So remember, in 1977 only, we became an open economy, right? We started trade and all. So what happened before that? 1960 to 1977. Outward-oriented export promotion policy, inward-oriented import substitution policy, neoliberal economic policy, open economic, definitely not open, market-centered development policy. What were we trying to do, guys? We were not trading and all. We were trying to make everything by ourselves. What is that called? Ideally should be answer number 2. Inward-oriented import substitution policy. We were trying to do everything. We were making our own motor vehicles. We were making, everything. So as a result, there was so much of shortages. That's why there were queues and all. And then we became an open economy, guys, in 1978. This is under the leadership of J.R. Jayawardena. So this was one of his election promises, guys. So he said, because in 1970s and all, there were shortages of goods. We were not trading. No. We were making everything by ourselves. So then so much of shortages, then people had to stay in queues. Now you all know the shortages. Remember we had fuel shortage and gas shortages. So it was like that. So then J.R. Jayawardena said, look here, if you vote for me and if you make me president, I will make Sri Lanka an open economy. That means then we can import, export. So as a result, only all of that came. Not Sirimawa, right? I think it's J.R. Sirimawa was the president before J.R. during this 1970s. It was okay, right? Inward orientation was okay, but there were shortages, guys. Now, you can't produce everything that Sri Lanka wants. It's good for the BOP and all, fine. But then, now think if Sri Lanka goes for an inward oriented thing now, what's going to happen to our fuel? What's happening to our motor vehicles? Yes, our indicators were good, right? We were actually kind of doing well, but then at one point we realized we couldn't do it anymore, right? Because you can't, right? You can't sustain everything with the population growing and all. You can't just produce things. You have to open it for international trade. There are goods and bads both, guys. It's debatable. And this is one of these economic debate topics also, right? During A-levels and all, sometimes you all might have. Right? Should have Sri Lanka continue to be this, or should they have open? Okay, right. That's 49. Then question 50. The top 3 sectors contributed to foreign exchange earnings of Sri Lanka in the recent years. Now, this we would have talked a lot in the fast track and all of it. What are the things that brings a lot of money into the country, guys? We have worker remittances. How much does worker remittances bring? I have told you all in the past paper class group also. Worker remittances bring roughly around 400 million a month. So that multiplied by 12 here, roughly around 500 million. Sorry, 5,000 million, or in other words, around 5 billion we get every year from worker remittances. How much do we get from tourism, guys? Tourism here, what was the number? We discussed this in the current issues class. Here, roughly around earnings. No, not 7 billion. 2 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Close to around that number. Go and check. I don't think it's 7. Our total this thing, so around 2 billion, guys. Okay, you can check for the number. Yo, my pencil battery has died. Give me a second. Right, so roughly around 2 million metric ton. Right, tourism is around. Hold on. Okay, tourism is around 2 billion. How much does our textiles and stuff bring, guys? Garments and stuff. I can't remember the exact number. If I'm not mistaken, around 3 to 4 billion. Right, that's the number. Right, you can check. Right, you can always go to the this one and check. That's how it is. So then, guys, what do you all think? Tea, not much, guys. Tea brings only a very small amount. Employee remittances, yes. Textiles and garments, yes. Petroleum products, not much. Employee remittances, yes. Textile and garments, yes. Rubber products, not much. Tea, no. Employee remittances, yes. Textiles, yes. Tourism, yes. So this can be the answer. Yes, can someone check the past paper also? Is the answer 5? Since the question that is around 4 years old. Yeah. So it has not changed. Okay. Right. Okay, 2019 done. How did you all manage with those questions? It was easy, no? We had here, we had from 43 onwards. So these are new syllabus. You all see 8 questions. Why not rubber? So rubber doesn't bring in that much, guys. Rubber is one of the main exports, but the amount of money that comes in is not that much. Tourism brings in more money than rubber. Okay. So how much out of 8? At least 6. At least 6 you should be okay. But I'm thinking, guys, now with once we do all the papers, go through the papers again, you can get 8 out of 8. Now fast track and all, how much of current issues we discussed, guys, right? So it's not hard. Same thing. They put, so what to do? Right, that is done.